encompass all forms of intimate partner violence. So not only violence that occurs within the domestic relationship. So it should also, for example, include intimate relationships where the partner is not a husband. It should include violence directed against domestic help in a house because they form part of the household. We also recommended that the bill allow complaints to be filed by victims from anywhere, because right now it restricts complaints to only places where the victim resides or carries out their business. So only they can file the complaint if they do it from the place where they live in or they work in. But we feel that this would actually hamper the victim's access to justice and would also hamper the obtention of remedies and protection. And the other thing is that in its current wording, the bill fails to explicitly outlaw marital rape, as well as violence related, for example, to dowry or bride price.
Every day women face biases not only in their homes where men have more privilege. They are subjected to social barriers, and in addition they also face institutionalized discrimination through non-responsive institutions. Every day women are subjected to violence inside the house, outside the house, intimate partner violence which is not even recognized by our legislation. We have no concept of marital rape. We have a law that indirectly covers it, but HHS in its 30 years have not received a single case of marital rape. And when we talk to the service providers, the law enforcement and the judges, they say in Islam there is no concept of marital rape. A woman can be treated by her husband as he wants, forced into anything. It is not forced, it is their right.
What happens is that the conflicts also over land intensify, and women who are entitled often to land or who live on their land are then subjected to physical threats from state and non-state actors in order to force them off the land in which they reside because they want to take over their land. There is documented evidence also that the food crisis that we're seeing around the world, among the first to be affected or affected disproportionately is again women and girls. So I'm sorry that I'm not the bearer of good news. I think we should be aware that we are really going to be among the first to bear disproportionate consequences of what is happening. And it is also unfortunate that despite this reality, women and women-led organizations, which are often at the forefront of responding to all kinds of crises, including the climate crisis, are absent from decision-making bodies at all levels, are absent from the discussion fora, whether it's at national, regional, or global levels. And they also don't have enough access to resources. They are usually ignored when it comes to resources.
GBV crimes in particular, and other cases also which pertain to women, they're deeply rooted in gender inequality, in social and cultural structures, and in how society perceives women. Women are vulnerable. Majority are not educated or independent, so they lack resources and they lack the ability to any kind of decision making for themselves. There are many presumptions about women, their role, their status, their behavior, which are preconceived notions but are ingrained in the mindset. They are ingrained in the system that we live in. So women face this challenge of a mindset which does not allow them to be equal and sees them as someone who can easily be abused. In my 10 years as a judge, I've been in this system for 10 years, I've seen that the gender perspective is something that we also have to educate women about. Women judges, women lawyers, prosecutors, they have to understand that they have a role to play. And that role is about bringing out the gender perspective, making the gender perspective relevant, creating awareness, and most importantly, ensuring that whatever the story of the woman is, it is narrated from the point of view of the woman. And when you start doing that, automatically the language becomes better, the judgment stops passing moral judgments against the woman, and you find that the system starts responding in a better way. So it's important that we focus on this gender perspective, we focus on the gender narrative, because we want our system to become more responsive to the gender.
अगर हम अच्छे केस लेके जाएंगे तो हमारा कमीशन रेट ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़ जाएगा, हम सारे बात मजबूर हो। अगर केस नहीं बनता तो प्लीज़ उसको हमें ड्रॉप करना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज हमारी प्रोसिक्यूशन की जो कमीशन का रेट जो है वो नीचे जाएगा। और फिर सब लोग ये बात करेंगे, मैंने बड़ा हॉलों में उनका स्टेटमेंट सुना हुआ है लोगों से कि ये तो होते ही सारे गलत हो गए। मैं सीरियसली चैलेंज सारे गलत नहीं होते, ठीक है? प्लीज़ डिवाइड द सिस्टम। अगर आप अच्छे केसेस, अगर आप 10 अच्छे केसेस लेके जाएंगे और 10 में से 8 में कमीशन देंगे तो आपका 80% रेट बन जाएगा। अगर आपने लेके सारे ऐसे केसेस जाने जो पहले पिटे हुए हैं, which are not prosecutable, आप इसकी लीगल ग्रेड का आपका एविडेंस ही नहीं है, तो फिर तो आपकी प्रोसिक्यूशन की ये कमीशन की नंबर तो और नीचे आएंगे।